Hello, hello, hello. It's Kate Bolt, independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. I'm here live in the UK. I'm back for coffee and cards a bit later today. I have been trying out some live streaming this afternoon using some streaming software from my Mac so that I can say hello to you properly with a face view. Anybody who's followed me for a while will know that I've tried this on and off, and sometimes it's successful, sometimes it's less successful. I don't know if anyone's joining me. I have managed to, when I was doing this before, I used my large camera and I was able to use my iPhone to monitor comments. I'm now actually using my phone camera and my desktop together, so I can show you how that works. So here's my desk. And here we are here. So I can't see comments. So unless anybody is joining me live, I can't see. They should come down the side of my screen, but it may be that I'm all alone right for now. But hopefully somebody will join me. If you join me live, thank you so much for joining me. Welcome to my channel. I would love you just to say hi or say something to me, just to help me out so that I know that the comments are showing up. I would love that if you don't mind. As it is, I'm going to crack on because I'm really excited. Today I'm playing with the brand new in colours from Stampin' Up. The dog is letting himself in. I'm going to have to shut the door though. He is a pickle. He can let himself in. He cannot let himself out. However, there we go. So we have a new catalogue going live tomorrow for Stampin' Up, a brand new annual catalogue, and as always we have 5 brand new in colours, and they are really beautiful this year. I'm absolutely loving them. I love all of them. Now most years I like at least a couple, and some years I have more favourite colours than others. Last year they were kind of muddy colours, they weren't my thing, but this year I'm loving all these gorgeous ones. So we have, I'll tell you the colour names. We've got Petunia Pop, we've got Peach Pie. I'm not sure how well the colours come out on video. We have Shy Shamrock, a lovely pink called Pretty in Pink, and we have my favourite of all, Summer Splash. Absolutely beautiful. I love that. That's my favourite colour. So I'm going to be playing with those today. I've got the coordinating ink pads as well, so we can see these. All of these out. We've got some in colour. What are these ones called? 2024 to 2026 in colour shimmer gems. So these are self-adhesive sparkly gems in all the new in colours to coordinate. And then I have some designer series paper that I'm going to be playing with. So you can see that I have been cutting mine up. Now I did a class on the weekend. In fact, I did a whole weekend crafting with my lovely team. So I have a lovely team of demonstrators in my team, and they came to my team weekend this weekend, and I did them some projects, designed a load of products, and they had a lovely kit, and in their kit they had a pack, or some of a pack. They had all the papers of this gorgeous designer series paper that's new, and it's really beautiful. That show you all the new ink colours. And they're gorgeous, aren't they? I cannot remember the name of these papers. I'll link it in the description box below. Aren't they stunning? And they feature all the new ink colours. So they're perfect if you wanted to get things to go and to start crafting with that all coordinate, and you don't have to worry that you haven't got anything that doesn't go. Cardstock, ink pads and designer series paper. Perfect. And I've added in a little bit of my favourite colour in the ribbon, which is Summer Splash. Aren't they beautiful? I think I've got a favourite piece of this paper though. It's this, two. This one in the Pretty in Pink, and then there's one in the Summer Splash, and I've used a lot of these. I think I've got through a quarter of a pack just from the weekend. So I'm going to be showing you some fun with these papers today, and also a tip for you in using up some of these pattern papers. You might have a huge big stash of them if you're anything like me, and so there's always you always need some good tips on using them up so you can get new ones. Okay, so I'm going to show you what we're going to be doing. Right, I'm going to turn this around so you can just see my desk. And I'm going to bring in a punch. So I brought a punch in here. I've already shown you the card stock. I've got a lovely stamp set that goes with this punch. These are carrying over into the new catalogue. I think they're actually online exclusive ones. But either way, you can find them in the Stampin' Up shop. And now I'm looking for my card. Oh, it's under my laptop. So I'm going to show you how to make a fun card. So, as I was saying, on the weekend, I had great fun at my tea weekend, and I designed lots of projects for them to make. And then some of the girls also had some fun projects that they shared with us. And one of the girls shared this card with me, or with us, and we made it, and it was beautiful. And I thought I'd recreate it today for coffee and cards. So I'm going to do that. And I'm going to take a piece of, let's see, I think I'm going to go, which colour? I think I'm going to go Pretty in Pink. And I'm going to use that one. And I could do with a piece of white. So I'll grab a piece of white in a minute. But I'm going to make my first layer size, which is 14.3 centimetres. And then I'm going to make my card base half a centimetre larger. So you have a nice kind of like border. So Pretty in Pink. So 14.3 by 10. I have no idea if anybody's watching because none of the comments are showing up. I don't know if I have to enable anything. It doesn't tell me. Oh, I can see Sam's watching, but I can't see any comments. Right, I'm going to grab a piece of thick basic white card. I'm going to make a card base, excuse me, in my usual fashion. Shall I have it tenfold this time? Yeah, let's go tenfold, just to be different. So, 14.8 by 10.5. Hopefully I've measured that properly. Yeah, so my brain hurts. I spent the whole afternoon trying to work out software streaming, trying lots of different things, and I've eventually got there. Let's say that. So I've got my pink one, and that's going to go on there. Okay. Oh, now my Mac wants to install an update. No, thank you. Not in the middle of a live stream. Okay, I've got a piece of scrap white cardstock I'm going to use for my stamping. And I think I'm going to use this one. Is it? Yeah, that one. That hexagon. The Heartfelt Hexagons. The tip for your photopolymer stamps, especially if they are bendy like this, you know, if you have a circle or if you have a shape that's not filled in, or a long strip of a word, and you sometimes if you just put it on, it can actually be the wrong shape and you can stamp it the wrong shape, especially with words. And the best way to do it is just to lay it on and let it find its own shape. Just lay it on and then press it down. Then you should be good to go. Okay, I'm going to stamp it in Summer Splash. Sam, if you're watching, say hi. I can't. I can't. Ooh, it tells me how many viewers, but that's all. I can't see any comments. Okay, so, but hopefully it will record the comments onto YouTube. So if I don't see them right now, I can come back and chat with you. What I will do next time, if this continues to be an issue, is I'll grab another device like my iPad. It's all going on. Okay, so I've got my hexagon punch. This is so handy, and it goes with this lovely stamp set, the Heartfelt Hexagons. And I'm just going to punch that out. Always punch upside down and you can see your stamped image or where you're punching. Right, so I've got that. This is my layer, right? Okay. And that's going to go in the middle. I haven't decided. I think I'm going to put Let's Eat Cake in the middle because it's going to be a birthday card. But I think to start with, I'm just going to place it down. Now, I took some of the designer series papers that we have and I have punched out a load of these hexagons willy-nilly. Ready, because I thought you might get quite bored. You might get quite bored just watching me punch out hexagons. Thank you, Sam. Sam's messaged me, not on here, but she's messaged me to say that she can, that her and Shaz are commenting away. I just can't see them. Thank you for that. That's really useful to know that it's working. I just need to work out settings my end. Right, so I'm going to place them on here and leave a nice gap border in between them. And all I've done is punch out some of these hexagons and use the different sides. I know the dog wants to go back out, but you know what? If he's going to come in here, how rude. He has to stay in now. So pop those on there, kind of in however you think it might look nice. And let them hang over the edge like that. I've got a couple there, I think. Right, okay, so we've got them like that, and I'm going to stamp my sentiment on this one. I think that would make life a little bit easier, and then I can glue it down, and then I can arrange all the other ones around it, can't I, properly? So I like the Let's Eat Cake. I'm not sure if it fits. Yeah, it should fit. Let's Eat Cake. And what am I going to do it in? Let's go, I don't know, Petunia Pop. That's a great colour, isn't it? So I'm just using new in colours today. Let me know which is your favourite new one out of all of these colours. If you don't know the names of them, just use like, I don't know, there's two different types of greens, but it could call that a bluey green. So say bluey green, green, peach, pink, and this like purpley pink. This purpley pink is called Petunia Pop. Got to love a Stampin' Up colour name, haven't you? Got to love them. Right, Let's Eat Cake. Fingers crossed this stamps properly for me. Hooray! Let's Eat Cake. Right, I'm going to put the lid on this before I stick my hand in it. Honestly, just stuck my hand in it. You couldn't make it up, could you? Right, I have got my stamp cleaner, so I'm going to use that. Looks like Halloween now. Every single time I manage to get ink somewhere, but then, you know, if you're not getting inky, you're not having fun. That's what I say. Right, let's grab some Stampin' Dimensional foam pads. Pop some on the back. Three, should we go for three? Feels good. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to shout so loud. All of the comments have just popped up. Hello, Sam. Hello, Shaz. Thank you for saying that you're going to watch me on replay. Ah, Sam says, I think we do quite well with technology considering it was very basic when we were younger. We've had to learn later in life, unlike the younger generation. Absolutely. I mean, you know, I'm showing my age, but I don't know. We had the cassette tapes was the extent of our technology when I was growing up. No computers or internet or any of that. Honestly. I know, I know, no. Oh, it's quite funny, really. But I think, yeah, I agree. We're doing well, aren't we? I think that might be up a little bit high. Oh, I've stuck it down. There we go. So, yeah, we're kind of like, I keep trying to learn all of the new things and not get too frustrated and just like, when it doesn't work out, just go back and start again because it's always me, not the thing. Does that make sense? So I've learnt from that over the years. And I also don't believe that you're too old to learn anything new. I think that's it's just a state of mind, really. It does help if you've got somebody who can help you out. But yeah. Oh my goodness, I have a new glue. Oh, look at that. Am I the only person who gets excited by a clean new glue? Because look at the state of my glues. That's how my glue gets. Grim, right? Excited by a new glue. It's not much that, you know, I must get out more. Waiting to press play and record when your favourite record came on the radio. Sam, do you remember those days? Do you remember? Oh, I'm really showing my age. Do you remember trying to record Radio 1's top 40 on the radio on a Sunday evening so you could play the songs later? Oh my gosh. That's too there. Do you remember doing that? And I think it was really difficult. Didn't they used to put interference on it? There was some reason why you couldn't do it for copyright or something. And all the teenagers did it. Gosh, yeah, play and record. Oh. And who recorded themselves singing pop songs into their tape recorder? As a young teen. All of us, I think. All of us. Oh, brilliant fun. Do you know I'd forgotten about recording off the radio? And the extent of our entertainment in the summer, if the sun was shining, would be sit in the garden and listen to, what was it? Radio 1 used to go on tour, didn't they? What did they used to call it? And you'd listen to them playing. So I am just putting glue on the back of these shapes where they're going to sit in. I mean, I can go a bit further over with that one. But what you don't want is glue where it's coming off of the edge there. What was the radio? Oh, Radio 1 Roadshow. The Radio 1 Roadshow. That's what it was called. I remember sitting in the garden, and this was my idea of heaven in the summer holidays from school, listening to the Radio 1 Roadshow as a teenager. How fun. So then we're going to fill it in. So a bit more here. I'm definitely going to have to cut some more. Pop that one on there. Let's try and keep my glue a little bit less dirty. Oh yes, and try not to get all the chat in at the beginning and the end of the recording. Yes. I've forgotten about all of this. So I've turned it over. I'm going to take my snips. I'm just going to go along and snip off the excess, and then we're going to use these pieces, possibly if they fit, to fit in. Well, as I say, Joe made this lovely card, one of my team, on the weekend, And we were all like, oh, we need to make your card, Jo. So we all made it, or lots of us made it. And we absolutely loved it. And I thought it would be perfect. It's so nice to share ideas. Now, what she told me was, what she said was, did you see that card that was made using the hexagons? And I didn't know what she meant until she created this, because I'd taken this set along. However, what she actually meant, I think, was when the Beautiful Shapes dies came out, she'd seen a card made this way using the hexagon die. They have retired, but they've come back and they're in the clearance rack. But that's what she meant, but then recreated it using this one. She's clever, is Jo. I'm just trying to see that bit could go here. Kind of make sure it's straight. So what exciting things is anyone doing this week? Do let me know in the comments or on replay. I'm going out this evening to my niece's book club, which I absolutely love going to because someone else chooses the book of the month. We all get an input, but you know, generally it will come up and we vote for it. But it might not be the one that I would choose, and I love that purely because it's nice to be challenged and read something a bit different that you wouldn't choose, because then you get to like know all these different authors and people you wouldn't be exposed to. So the current book, actually saying that, I wasn't keen on the current book, so I didn't read it because it had, the book they chose was about a child being abducted and I just can't. So they gave us, because it was a bit old, they gave us two choices and I went for the other one. And I went for one I've got called Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow. And it's absolutely brilliant. I've loved this book. I read it on holiday and can thoroughly recommend it. It's a great book. My scissors are getting all glued because the glue's gone over the edge. But I'll probably be coming in with some rubbing alcohol later or something like that and clean the glue off my snips. Because look, I only needed a tiny edge. There we go. And then, you see, it depends on where you place them. I'll show you my original card. I didn't have anywhere any of these tiny pieces. Yeah. So it depends on where you place that middle one, and I placed it much further up. And I think that's the key. But I still love it. And it's a great way to use the pattern papers. So if you've got a ton of pattern papers left over from the last catalogue, but you really want some of the new ones that are coming out, just use them up by making a ton of these cards. It's a great way to use your papers. And then you can guilt-free get some new ones. We all want guilt-free because we've made something useful. Right, nearly there. And it is a bit of an odd time of day for me to go live, but rather than not go live at all, I've been desperately trying to get this streaming software right so I can say hello. Right, okay, so there we go. Let's take away all the little pieces. So I've not got very much left out of the bits, to be honest. For my gummy scissors. Let's eat cake. Love it. Very good. Right, so I'm going to pop that on the front of my card like that. and that white border just makes that pink pop. It's almost like a patchwork quilt. Love it. It's for a friend, this one. She has a very big, special birthday. I would say a very big birthday. She doesn't. She has a big birthday, but it's not a very big birthday. I'll make it sound like she's 100. My friend has a birthday today, and I'm going to pop and see her when I can. I bought her a lovely little gift I think she'll like. And this card is perfect for her. So, oh, I forgot the ribbon. Shall I try and put the ribbon on, or shall I leave the ribbon? Okay, I'm going to leave the ribbon on this one because I glued it. I don't think I'll get it up without buckling it, and I don't want to do that. No, I'm going to leave it because it's nice and tidy. I'm going to show you the original. Let's eat cake. And hello, friend. Aren't they beautiful? All those gorgeous new in colours put together. And this one has a pretty in pink base or layer. And this one has my favourite Summer Splash with some of the Summer Splash ribbon. I am loving it. Now, I did think I'll have a go with that with the hexagon die. So there's the little hexagon. And I've got to find all the hexagons that I cut out ready, because I thought that might be tedious watching me cut out a million hexagons. And they're not a million, but a few. So these are the beautiful shapes dies. Now these, I believe, are in the clearance rack, and today is the last day that you can get your hands on these. Aren't they the best shapes? Now the reason I bought mine was because I wanted to do scrapbook pages with hexagons all over. And it did come with the coordinating stamp set at the time. But these are, oh, I'm sorry, just jogged the camera. These are in the clearance rack. If you get them tonight, you'll be good. Other than that, they've retired. Actually, yes. I don't know. It might be worth seeing because everything on the retiring list will retire and the new catalogue comes out tomorrow. However, if things are in the clearance rack, they may well stay around for a while. Hello, Hazel. Thank you for joining us. You've got a separate pair of scissors for glue. Wow, you're a genius. That's what I'm going to do then, because I've got mine with the ribbon on that I keep for my ribbon scissors with my little hand stamped key charm on it that a friend of mine made from shrink plastic, which reminds me, so for my glue scissors, let me have a look. Yes. Samantha, who's watching, made this and gifted it to me on the weekend. Another scissor charm using the crafting stamp set. And it says, life is better when you're crafting. And she stamped it on the shrink plastic and made me a little scissor charm. So now these can be my glue scissors. I'll always remember them, that they're for glue. And I'll think of Sam when I use them. Brilliant. It was a tip your mum gave you. Oh, your mum's very good, isn't she? She's very crafty too, isn't she, Hazel? I think I've seen her posting on Facebook. Oh, yes, I'm happy. Thank you, Sam. Sam's in my team, isn't she? A star. So now I've got one for each and I know what I'm doing. Tip, hot tip from Hazel. Right, I've got my other piece of card. I'm going to make that into a card base. I'm not quite sure how long this is going to take, but I'm hoping it's going to be quite a simple one. So it might take a bit longer because there's more. It's a smaller hexagon. 14.8. I could have cut the larger one out, couldn't I? Now, I think I'm going to go with colour I've not used in a card. I'm going to go with Petunia Pop. So let's go 14.3 by 10 centimetres, or whatever your usual card size is. So you make your layer just slightly smaller than your base. Like that. And then Actually, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab another white. Oh no, I don't know what to do now. Yeah, no, petunia it is, but I think I'm going to cut it down one more layer. So I'm going to make it 9.5 because I need an extra layer on this card, I think, by 13.8. So like the third layer size. And I think the other colour I'll need in there, I was debating whether to, I have not used this green yet at all, but I think it might not quite do what I want it to do. It might be just a little bit too jarring. I think where I want it. Right, I'm going to go peach pie. Why not? It's such a lovely colour, this peach pie. So 14.3 centimetres by 10. So let's move this trimmer out of the way and I'll tell you the measurements for my card and base. So my card base is a 10th-fold card and I've scored it at 14.8 centimetres from the A4 piece of card, and this then is 10. So this is cut at 10, scored at 14.8. And that makes my next layer the peach pie one, which is 10 by 14.3, and then the petunia pop is then 9.5 by 13.8. There we go, that's quite a nice pleasing layer, I think. Okay, let's go for it. Now I'm going to pop one in the middle. I haven't made this before, I'm just going by what Jo kind of said. She was very much, she'd seen one, so I'm going to try it out. I'm going to overlap it and see how it might work. And I'm not going to be precious about the order that these go in, except for I won't have them very close together if they are the same. You know, a bit like your baubles on your Christmas tree. If you had all red ones in a cluster, it would look a bit weird. This is fun. I like this. So I'm kind of going this way with them. That's just by accident. Leave a large enough gap in the middle. It's very much a patchwork quilt. Did you, if you've ever made one, it's like paper piecing with your little hexies. I've done that quite a lot before in the past. And I think these papers are perfect for this kind of thing. Perfect for it. I might bring it up slightly because then I won't have to put a tiny sliver in there, which is not what we want. Yeah. Like that. I might, ooh. I was thinking about using my snail, but I think you get more wriggle room with the Tombow, don't you? Yeah, so I think it's going to be like that. Is that one? That is one. Let's put that on there. Oh, that's stuck on there. Come on. That one can go there. That one can go here. And then we'll cut them off. We'll use what we've got and maybe chomp a couple more out. It's going to look a bit like that. All I have to do is remember which is which. I'll remember yours is the gluey one of my scissors. Ah, your glue scissors are old ones you used to have before Stampin' Up. That's a good idea actually, because then you know which ones they are. Right. Okay, I think I am going to glue this one first, and I also think I might pop just a couple of random ones up on dimensional foam pads, just for a bit of interest. I think this card would work with any kind of symmetrical, straight-sided shape that you've got. So if you have any of these ones, or if you have any of the even the splendid shapes, the squares or something would, I mean, they wouldn't interlock in the same way, but yeah. That was not stuck down, so let's get a foam pad. So maybe 2. You're busy cooking. Oh yeah, my face camera went a while ago. I went to desk view, so I can do that, but I'm standing up. Do you stand up to craft? Or do you sit down? I always, when I get into it, stand up. It's funny. I don't know why. I think, oh, and the other thing is, the reason I stand is because when I used to do a live, I have to use the other side of my camera to use this streaming software, so I can't see the view, but I can see it here on the screen, so that's just as well. But when I was just streaming my hands only, then yeah, I could see it when I stood up. I could see here what I was, to make sure things stayed in the shot. So I'm used to standing up in my craft room while I video. So a couple of those, this one and this one are being raised up. I will sit down again in a minute. That one. This is quite fun. Oh, have I got one of those? I think I just put the glue on it. I think I can get away with that. It's a funny way. Oh, I might have to put a tiny bit on the bottom of there. That's all right, isn't it? That one stuck down. That one. We are getting there. Oh, I put too much glue on there. It's going to stick to my grid paper, no doubt. Oops. A couple of foam pads on that one. Come on. So who's looking forward to the new catalogue? I'm quite excited to be crafting with new things. It's lovely. We've got so many new things in there. Gets those creative juices flowing. There we go. And I'm loving these new ink colours. As I say, right now, I know I've glued it down there. So I think they're all on. I've got this one, and that one raised up. Bring in my gluey scissors. Yes, because there's a lot of glue on the back of that one. I'm normally cooking my dinner at this time of the day, Sam, as well. I've escaped. We'll have to go and cook in a minute, though. Can't escape for long. People need to be fed. It's an unfortunate fact of life. Right. Although I would stay in the craft room forever if I could. What about you guys? So let's have a look. How would this work? Goodness, look, you can see all the glue I've got on my grid paper. That one can go on there. That's why I get glue all around my, I can already see the glue coming on my little container. I'm such a muck in. Could go there. That can go there. Got it stuck to me. Right, I might just cut a couple more out because I'm making a bit of a sticky, gluey mess. It's not so fun to craft with. Right, how many do you think I need? I definitely need one here, 1, 2, maybe 2 or 3. Let's grab that little die. Here it is. And I think I need some more of the petunia pop paper on there, maybe. Trying to find some that I've already cut into. I think I've got any. I've got lots, but big sheets. And that one will work. I can use that one. What is the weather like with you this week? Are you having good weather? It's gorgeous here today. They did say the weather was going to change, and it certainly has. It's been like, I don't know. I mean, it hasn't been that warm. It's been about 17 degrees, or maybe a little bit warmer than that, but definitely warmer than we've had it. It's really nice. I've actually, for the first time, put some washing on my line. It's blown about. I love washing that's been on the line. That one can go there. Anyone got any tips on keeping your glue bottle clean? Right, a couple of little bits left at the edge and then we are done, I think. This one isn't quite right, this hexie. I'm going to take it off and recut it. I think I cut it on the edge of a piece and the edge isn't right, so it's bothering me. So a new one of those. Nope. Right, let's cut it out properly. In fact, a couple of those should do it, shouldn't they? So we've got this one. Yeah, that was definitely slightly off when I cut it before. And then I'm going to put one here and here. Okay, my verdict is I think this is really pretty. I really like this little hexagon with the beautiful shaped dies, but if I really was going to make a lot of these, this one all the way. The punches all the way.
Right, do excuse me, I have a frog in my throat. I think that's not going to fit on there. Ooh, it's just not the right size. Can I fit it like that? Yes, I can, I think. So I think that's what we're going to do. Don't know why that one doesn't look straight. Maybe one of them isn't straight or something. Maybe I can bring it down a bit. Glue. It's this one that's not straight. So there you go. You need to have them straight. That's another tip for you. Right, let's have a look. Is it worth me doing this tiny bit down here is what I'm asking. Probably not. Right, let's pop my lid on and we'll have a look and see where we're at. Oh, so I've got a few that are raised and a few that are flat, but I really like it. I love that petunia pop. I wasn't actually sure about that as a background, but it really makes those colours sing, I think. So I'm going to put this on here and see if I can add any of the ribbon. Not sure you want to see my side view. So I'm going to pop this across here and see what it looks like. Okay, so this one's going to go across here. I am going to use this. I think it'll be a bit of fun on there. Let's grab my ribbon scissors. So swap out, ribbon scissors are in. Look at the difference in those. That's why we have to keep them just for ribbon. Because otherwise, believe me, ask me how I know. So many times I've blunted my ribbon scissors. I couldn't be bothered to go and get a different pair. I'm going to use a bit of double-sided tape, a bit of tearing tape on the back just to anchor that ribbon down. Make sure it's straight. And I'm coming in with a little bow. Ooh. I was going to tie a knot, but I might even tie a bow because sometimes it works. Oh, I have another tip for you. If you have trouble tying a bow like I do always, try and tie it upside down, because for some reason my bows always look like they're upside down. So I tried tying them upside down and it usually helps. Okay, way too much. Here we go. Then we just need to think about what this card's going to be for. That's what I like about these kind of cards that use up all these pretty papers. You could just make a bunch of them, a whole batch, which I think Hazel's been doing batching because she posted in our crafty Facebook group today some beautiful cards that she'd made. And she'd made a whole set of them using the Bright Colour family inks. And they looked gorgeous. I know she has a whole stash ready made to go. Right, I think that will do for a bow. I am not the best bow person and I'm never going to be, but I'm fairly happy with that. Right, let's move that and the tape. My grid is like moving around. There we are. I think I've stuck it down, I have. Okay, ribbons on, time to layer it up. So yeah, they will be searching for me, asking where their dinner is. They will will hunt me down. Mother, it's dinner time. Why are you in the craft room? I am working, I say. Okay. And then on the top. And that makes that white just pop out. There you go. I love it. It really reminds me of a summery patchwork quilt. It's really gorgeous, and I quite like how some of them, I've raised some of them up, like this one, and this one, and the rest are flat. And so then I can put a sentiment on. I might just leave it for now and keep it as a card that I can send to someone. It could be just a note to cheer them up. It could be a get well. It could be a happy birthday. It's so happy. It's got so many happy colours. This one says hello friend. This one is the birthday card that we just made that says let's eat cake. And this is another one that Joe made that I was inspired to recreate. And this is a couple of the punches that we've got. And I do believe that these two shaped geometric design punches might be retiring today as well. So if you're interested in those, go and have a look at those in the last chance list. I'm pretty sure they're retiring. I'll link in the description box down below, but they're gorgeous. And she did it, and I thought, let's try that as well, because she brought the punches with her. So I think it was inspired originally by the beautiful shapes, and she'd seen someone make a card. I don't know, but I imagine it was like this, because she came up with this, which we all then cased, and then this one as well. So you just need to, Hazel says, you just need to order the card bases to those. Did somebody just give me a thumbs down? I don't know. I had a big thumb come up on my screen. I have no idea. Hope they're not that upset by my cards. That's hilarious if they are. Anyway, I hope you have enjoyed today's coffee and cards. If you have enjoyed it, please give me a thumbs up. And if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing and click that little bell button down below for notifications of when I go live on YouTube, so you can see when I upload. And I will be back next Tuesday for another Coffee and Cards live. And yeah, I'll be back on Sunday for Scrapbook Sunday. Thank you so much for joining me. If you're interested in any of the products that I have used or use in my videos, they're available in my online shop. And you can scan this QR code here, or there'll be a link in the description box down below. And yeah, you can find lots of inspiration over on my website, which is inkstampshare.ink with a K. Right, thank you so much. Thank you, Sam. Let's say hello to you. There we go. I hope you've liked it. And you've enjoyed watching me play with the hexagons, with the heartfelt hexagons. And here we go. Let's eat cake. Hello, friend. Are they the right way around for you? It's those in colours. They're lovely, aren't they? There's the one with the beautiful shapes. I really like, hang on. I really like those beautiful shapes. It is kind of the wrong way for me. There we are. And there's those geometric designs. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So there we go. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for joining me. Bye bye.